Welcome back, guys, to another beer review. You're watching All the Beer No Idea. I'm Baz. It's Friday. Get in there. The sun is shining outside. It's given a lovely weekend, so I'm happy chappy. I have got to go in for an hour tomorrow in the morning and on Sunday. After that, the rest of the day's mine. No doubt I'll be doing the usual stuff that other people do, maybe. Get in the garden, tidy all that up. So I'm going to enjoy myself tidying up the garden. I'll have a few sneaky pints throughout the day. Probably have about 3 or 4. Order some tea and then be asleep by about 7:30, knowing me, because that's the usual routine for old Baz. He's a bit of a lightweight. But you haven't come here to listen to me talk rubbish about bloody me, what I'm doing. You don't give a shit about that. I'm here with a beer review. And it's a new brewery to me, and it's one that my wife brought back from Vegas. It was part of a 6 for $10, so it's coming in at about the £1. I've given you God knows how many prices on these. It's coming in at about $1.30, $1.40, I think, with the exchange rate. And it's from Alaskan Brewing Co. And believe it or not, they're out of Alaska. Let me just get rid of that message. Sorry, mother-in-law. And this is a can of their pilsner, simply named Pilsner. I do apologise for the light. It's beautiful artwork. Maybe you have to get closer, you can see. Beautiful artwork on the can. It's a 12 fluid ounce can, which is 350ml. I do love that kind of rib thing at the top. For some reason, it reminds me of, like, I don't know, an old like oil drum or something. But it looks really good. Mother-in-law, that's very nice of you, but disappear. I do apologise, viewers. Nice looking can. It's a Pilsner, 4.8%. New brewery to the channel, new brewery for me. Big thank you to my missus for getting it for me. So let's finish all these bloody niceties, get it cracked open, and let's have a beer, because it's the weekend. Do you know what? I don't use this glass enough, these glasses. I've got 4 of them. They're fantastic glasses, they are. Certainly for a Pilsner and that. Why the hell I end up picking some of the other ones up, I don't know. But there we go. Another quick look at the can. Beer in a glass. It's got a slight haze to it. It's got a sort of like a lemon gold lemon sort of colour. It looks a bit darker on camera, but I think that's the light making it look a bit darker. Lots of carbonation going up. A finger and a half, 2 finger of reasonably spacious head. I mean, it looks like a typical lager. It looks all right. So without further ado, I'll never get that right, will I? Let's give it a swirl, get the nose in there and see what we get. Okay. Maybe it's just me. I've got a feeling there'll be a bit more spiciness in the taste. There's some there, but it's quite subtle. A nice lemon hit. A bready maltiness. I mean, it smells like a decent lager in all fairness. Or, you know. So, let's stop waffling on. Let's have a taster, see what we get. Cheers, everyone. Let's go in again. Quite light in body, but the body isn't wishy-washy. Quite well carbonated, but not overly carbonated. Nice mouthfeel. It's quite smooth. Yeah, the carbonation does rough up the mouthfeel a little bit, but it's certainly not offensive or anything. Bready, malty. Well, I wouldn't say so much bready. It is slightly bready, but it's got a sweet maltiness to it rather than a breadiness, if that makes any sense. You do pick up that sort of zesty lemon citrus note that you'd expect from a Pilsner. It lacks a little bit on the spiciness, though the spiciness is there. There is something in it, I think, but it could be me. Could be me. There feels like there's a little bit of a cheap, nasty sort of lager feel to it. I'm not saying it is, because it's very drinkable. I'm finding it very easy to drink and enjoying it. But there's an inkling of something else in there that, if it wasn't in there, maybe a little bit, make the beer a little bit nicer. I think it's the bitterness. You're getting a hoppy bitterness to this, but I don't know. It's probably because it's different hops used or something, but it's not the nicest of hoppy bitternesses that I've had from a pilsner. But besides that, it's very drinkable. It is tasty. 4.8%. It's got that feel like a German pilsner has, if you like. You know, when you taste one of them, of any German pilsner, like 4.8%, it's got that feel about it. So it's drinking around that mark. Yeah, I mean, I'm certainly not disappointed. The review might sound like I'm a little bit disappointed. I'm certainly not. It's a really enjoyable beer. It goes down well. There ain't going to be much of this left. I'm going to have to be real sharpish finishing this review so I can get a quick picture. Yeah, I like it. I think that's decent. I like it. But there is a little bit of something in there that doesn't quite sit right with me. But it's a lovely beer. Very downable, and certainly something you could net quite a few of. There's just a little bit of something in there. Like I said, doesn't sit right with me. So Alaskan Brewing Co.'s Pilsner. A very nice Pilsner, very tasty. Just a little something in there that I'm not sure of. Well worth picking up. I'd certainly recommend it to people to try. If you can pick it up, get hold of it, maybe online. Give it a try, because it is nice. If you've had it before, let me know what you think. Feel free to comment and like, share and subscribe and all that stuff. I'm going to end it there. Enjoy your weekend, everyone. Thanks for watching, and that's it. And I'm going to see you on another beer review very soon. Cheers.